She ran to me barefoot, dress twisted, breath caught in her throat, eyes wide with something beyond fear. "Dad, get off the ship, now!" Not a question, a demand. I blinked. "What are you talking about?" Her voice dropped. "Please, just go." I'd never seen her like that. Not my daughter. She was still a child, but her voice wasn't. It was tired, like she'd been carrying something alone, for too long. She glanced behind her, then grabbed my hand. I felt her fingers shaking. "Trust me, please." I did. I always had. I turned, walked straight to the crew desk, demanded disembarkation at the next port, feigned illness, insisted. 2 hours later, I stepped off in Nassau, duffel bag over my shoulder, confusion in my gut. I watched the ship disappear into the horizon. What I didn't know then was that it had been carrying a plan meant to end me. 2 days earlier, I was laughing with my wife's family. Champagne, fake smiles, endless games of pretending we were still happy. The cruise was her idea, her family's way of reconnecting us. I didn't argue, I hadn't in months. But I watched. Her phone screen tilted too far, her sister too close, whispered glances that didn't belong to sisters-in-law. Her father, their patriarch, smiled too wide when he asked if my will was in order. Said it jokingly, lightly, but his eyes didn't match the tone. At night I couldn't sleep, not because of the waves, because something was wrong. In the way they spoke to each other when they thought I was out of earshot. In how no one ever let me be alone with my daughter. In how my keycard once failed at the cabin door when I knew I hadn't demagnetized it. I told myself I was imagining it. But somewhere deep down, I knew I wasn't. Back on land, I rented a room with a view of the docks. I stared at that horizon like it owed me an answer. Then I opened my laptop, accessed the synced backups of my wife's cloud. First clue was a voice memo. Misfiled. Her sister's voice, half whispering, "He'll be out of the way before they dock. No autopsy at sea, no mess, just done." I didn't feel panic, not rage either, just calculation. I searched deeper, deleted texts, encrypted folders. Inside them, correspondence with a lawyer. Insurance policies with inflated beneficiaries. Not for her father, and her. Photos of me sleeping, time-stamped. One labeled, "Final night, meds kick in at 10 p.m." I remembered the drink her sister handed me that night, how I'd felt dizzy, heavy. I'd thought I was tired. I was being dosed. I booked a flight home, made copies, mailed them to 3 separate places. Insurance fraud, attempted murder, conspiracy. But I didn't call the police, not yet, because I hadn't spoken to her, not as me, not as the man who wasn't supposed to still be breathing. She walked into the house 2 days after the cruise returned, saw me on the couch, dropped her bag, froze. "You're supposed to be gone?" I finished. Her mouth opened, closed, no sound came out. I held up my phone, pressed play. Her voice, her father's, the sister, all of it. She backed up like I'd pulled a weapon. In a way, I had. "You planned it," I said. "Every detail." Her voice cracked. "I didn't want to. Dad said it would be clean." I laughed. Just once. Cold. Empty. "I know what clean looks like," I said. "This was sloppy." I didn't call the police. I called her father. Told him she'd confessed, that I had the evidence, that he had 24 hours to wire a very specific sum to my daughter's trust. He tried to threaten, to manipulate, but men like him only understand leverage, and mine was airtight. The money came, quietly, like guilt slipping through a back door. I left the evidence with my lawyer, then packed a bag. Left her standing on the porch, hands shaking, mascara running down her cheek like blood. "You ruined everything," she whispered. I didn't correct her. She was right. But it wasn't her plan I'd ruined, it was her life. I live 3 time zones away now, small apartment, clean view, no visitors. My daughter calls every week. She's safe, she's quiet, but she's healing. She saved me, not just from death, from them. From the lie I'd been living with for years. I don't wonder if my wife misses me, or if she regrets it. Some people only love what they can use. I gave her nothing left to hold, and in return, I took the only thing that truly mattered to her: control. I didn't get revenge, I got freedom. And this time, no one's going to push me over the edge, especially not with a smile.